The time for recovery is over, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to go to work. Yeah, buddy. If you guys been watching the channel, you know I've been going through some recovery off of getting off methadone. Been clean off the hardcore stuff since New Year's. Methadone been off of since Saturday. So we going strong, feeling strong today. Not so great on the cardio. Probably should lay off the cigarettes. But I got this axe for my birthday. FISKARS X15 23.5-inch chopping axe. And I'm looking for a tree to bring down. I want to overcome something today. You know what? You ever feel that? You just want to overcome something. So do it. And that's what we're gonna do today. I gotta hike up this steep trail. Why'd I pick the steepest trail? Holy cow. Oh. Holy cow. I think I found my target. So, I've been walking for a while. Definitely took the wrong trail for what I wanted to do today because I'm going up into the higher parts of the mountains where there's not as many trees. A lot of the trees are condensed to around the river, and right now I'm a lot higher altitude than the river. There is some like flowing water. It's kind of like a little stream bed here. I'll show you in a second. But anyway, I needed to look for a tree that I don't want to just cut down a big live tree because I know that's not good, you know. It's a live tree, let it live. But if I can find a dead tree that I can go to work on, that was my goal today. So I got this FISKARS X15. Let's talk about this little thing for a little while, and then we'll go to work. Oh, I feel strong holding this thing. So it is 23.5 inches. Here's a size 12 shoe. Here's a 23-inch axe. Okay, there's your size comparison. Did a little bit of research on Amazon, but I didn't make a little note sheet because I still have this in this little cardboard thing. It's the FISKARS X15. It says it chops 3 times deeper. It is a chopping axe, not a splitting axe. I'll show you the difference in a second. On our packaging, we say more power at impact, perfected weight distribution, increases swing speed, superior blade design, virtually unbreakable. We're going to put that to the test, I guarantee it. And full lifetime warranty. So if this one proves to not be true when I start throwing this thing, we'll get to that too, then this thing comes into effect, hopefully. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Let's get this cardboard off of it. Doing this all one-handed. It comes with this, they call it a sheath. I don't know if I'd consider this a sheath, but it's kind of neat, you know, for carrying. 23.5 inch. This axe weighs in at 3.9 pounds. It's not too heavy. It feels solid. I'm telling you, it feels solid. There's no wood or, I don't know about steel in this handle, but it's supposed to be some sort of composite material that they say makes it stronger than steel. So I think to get the cardboard off, we got to get the sheath off. So this thing, pop over. It's not super difficult to pop that off, but maybe a little bit child-proof. Not super child-proof, but a little 3-year-old's gonna have a hard time undoing that right there. So here we go, out of the sheath. Now, it's got a composite material on the axe head as well. It's supposed to make it anti-slip, and it is supposedly already pre-sharpened, ready to go out the package like that. So we're gonna test that. One thing I do like about this axe is we have a flat steel hammerhead, not steel, whatever material they use. Got the hammerhead on the back, which would be great for pounding in stakes. And then the composite grip. On the sheath here, we got a little more information. We got our information on our lifetime warranty, so we'll need to keep this proof of purchase. And X15 chopping axe. But I don't know if you guys can see it. Basically, it's telling us we need to wear goggles. I don't have them. We need to wear boots. I have them. You should not slam a hammer into the flat part to make it cut. Don't do that. And looks like it says you shouldn't use the back to try to hammer a wedge into a log, because you could hit the handle on the back, and then it has little dots there, which make it seem like if you hit it there, it might be weak. I don't know. It seems like the whole point you'd want a flat steel piece on the back of the axe is for hammering purposes, but maybe not this type of hammering. I don't know what that is supposed to mean. You're not supposed to hammer wedges into stuff, I guess. But maybe it's okay to just hammer a stake into the ground. But anyway, this composite handle is supposed to, I wouldn't call this a full tang. I would call it a 3/4 tang, but I don't even know if it has a tang, but it's definitely heavier in the black area, and it feels like the handle is hollow. In there, as far as I can see, you can't see, but I can see down there, that's hollow. See, I can stick my thumb in there. We got a hole for lanyards, and honestly, this thing feels good in my hands. Oh, I feel stronger already. And I'm about to go to work. I've been waiting to take a couple swings with this thing, but like I said, I've been feeling weak the last couple days. We ain't feeling like that no more, boys and girls. It's time to do something. Down there, it drops down, and there's actually some water running over there, but okay, let's see this big bad boy right here. Since it's fall, it's hard to tell. Oh look, there's running water right there. And maybe it's just snow melting, but thing is, with fall, there's no leaves on a lot of these trees, but that don't mean they're dead. So I'm not trying to just start tearing into a bunch of live trees. If I can't get through this big boy, there's a little skinnier one up there. These things are like bent at 90 degrees. These trees, if they ain't dead, they should be. But I'm on an incline right now. All right, maybe not that tree, just because I can't get a good camera angle and it's a little too thick. But that tree right there. All right. Whoop. So it took me a minute. Due to the way the sun is, I had to get the camera over there instead of over there. But we got the camera set up, and it's getting hot. So I'm gonna go grab the axe, and we're gonna get to work on this thing. And then I'll test out how it does with like limb clearing and other things. But first things first, we're bringing this boy down. Alright, so I would recommend you have a better footing than I do right now, because I'm standing on a really vertical hill, and you know, you want to guide your swings. You want to start with a wider grip. You're either going to be coming down or you're going to be coming from the side. Either way, as you come in, you're going to drop your other hand, your grip, from wide to closed. That's going to give you more leverage. And I'm going to come down on this thing right here. And we're going to try to take it out. Make sure you got overhead clearance. Kind of a problem here. And also, let me know if you know anything about this in the comments, but I heard your wedge, because you're going to be making a wedge in the tree, right? You're going to hit it one time, hit it another time. You're going to take out a little chunk. The thickness of that wedge varies. Now, I heard from somebody the thickness of your wedge to start should be the thickness of your axe head. But I've also heard that it should be the thickness of the tree you're cutting. So this thing is about the same thickness as my axe head. So we're just going to go ahead and make a couple marks here about the thickness of my axe, about the thickness of the trunk of the tree. And we're going to go to work on it. I'm going to check the camera to make sure we have a good view. And then we'll take that first swing. Whoa, glove gone. That tree just stole my glove. It's okay. I don't think we need gloves for this. So the bottom flares out, as you can see. I think that's a good thing, because it's going to make it less likely that this thing's going to go sliding out of your hand on a swing. It's a bad thing if you like throwing your axes and throwing your hatchets, but I've been waiting for a minute for this. Sometimes the best thing to do is just take that first step. Oh boy. I'm not doing what I just told you to do about the whole grip sliding thing. This is a really short axe. Makes it easier to be accurate. You're not going to have as much overswing. Overswing is where you do this and you hit your handle. Now, they say that this axe, the composite material, the harder than steel material, protects it from that. But with a 23-inch axe, it's not hard to hit your target. I don't know if anyone's counting how many swings that was. Usually I like to do 10 swings and show you what it looks like. So, we're taking a bite out of crime here. I'm just gonna keep going for a minute. I don't know if you can see that from that angle, but we're not there yet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this thing has power. Holy cow. Let me show you something, guys. Ugh. Whoa! I'm like seriously on an incline right now. Look at my footprints in the mud. Well, can't really tell, but I was sliding down the whole time. But let's check this out. We're definitely taking it out on this tree. I gotta hold myself up with the axe. Look at that. Woo. All right. So you saw the cuts that I made so far. I don't know how many swings that was, probably close to 10. But this cut is deep right here, holy cow. We're gonna get through this thing. It's not a straight up tall tree, which is what I was looking for, but right now I'm not really surrounded by a lot of tall dead trees. I'm surrounded by a lot of tall leafless trees, not tall dead trees. So we're gonna cut this thing down. Goes through bone like bah. Make sure I don't get in trouble out here. Woo. No more tree. All right. So there we go. Cut right through it. And this tree was dead. And this tree right here. That's what we just took out, boys and girls. Rocks falling down the thing. Now I think I want to keep going. This big old hanging limb thing right here. Let's just do some limb clearing on it, see what it's like. Alright, let's see how this thing does. Just clearing out limbs and more minor stuff that you would do instead of trying to take out a big tree. Even though that is dead standing wood, that would be great firewood. This is all dead standing too. Actually, I think I'm gonna take this guy out. But oh yeah, this thing's dead as doornail. Another thing you should never do with an axe when you're splitting, and it says this, I don't know if it was online or in the instructions or what. Whoa! But if you're splitting wood, let's see if I can get an example right here. Whoop, camera's going down. Sorry about that, lost the camera for a minute. So, let's say you want to split something like this. First, let's make it smaller. That ain't working. That did. So, you want a piece of wood, if you're splitting wood, you want a piece of wood about as long as your axe. This is a little longer. And you want to rest the handle, put the axe on the wood there, and just tap it on a rock or a log or whatever your cutting surface is. Give it a few taps. And what's going to happen is, if I do it right, you got to understand I'm balancing on a hill right now. What's going to happen is your head is going to go through the stick like so. Now, if it's a shorter stick, this little couple of inches right here would be enough. But ideally, you want to get your full head in there. So, you got your axe split through the wood. People might naturally be inclined to twist the axe or to pull the handle and pry the wood and get the split. It's not what you do. You twist the stick. You want your axe head. So this is why you don't want to use a rock. You want to use a log or a surface. Get your axe head lodged into that secondary surface. It's not going to work on this particular stump that I'm on, but then you keep your axe embedded in that secondary surface, which will be this log, and you twist the stick. Pull the stick. You don't want to twist your axe, because once you get it like that, you don't want to twist the axe, because what that does, it puts the pressure point right here on the neck and on the head of your axe. You want the pressure to be on the stick. So if your axe is lodged into another log, you twist the stick. And of course, it didn't break very good, but you get the idea. That's how you split sticks for making tinder and such. Then you take this, split it down even farther. This ain't working, but this is not a good cutting surface. Or you could split like that. All right, guys. Overall, I like it. The weight feels great. It's definitely sharp. Oh boy, I can't believe how fast I cut through this thing. Again, this is not a this is a chopping axe. It's not a splitting axe. So a splitting axe, the head would be wider. It would be more. You'd notice more of an angle in it. It'd be wider at the base. Angles are more, noticeable. So it can split big logs. This is not made for splitting. This is for felling. This is for chopping. But this is what I needed because I'm a bushcrafter. I'm not a guy with a log cabin who's cutting up wood to keep my house warm for the winter. I'm a guy who's going out to the woods, needs to take down some trees so I can make some shelter for myself and survive the cold. That's what we're going to be getting into later this winter. I would be camping today, but it snowed for like 2 days, but it's been really warm lately. So when I go up there, I want there to be snow, and I've got to study how to make fire in the snow. I'm gonna bring my little cooker with me when I go out there, just in case I can't start a fire. But I'm gonna be watching some videos to learn how to start fires in the snow. If you got any tips on that, let me know in the comments. But we'll be taking this bad boy out there, playing around with it some more. Oh, there's the symbols I was talking about. This one right here, I don't know if you guys could see that, but this bottom symbol basically implies if you're splitting something, you don't twist the axe. That's like rule number 1 you learn about cutting wood. You don't twist the axe, you twist the stick. And yeah, man, this thing is gonna be fun. I'm not gonna throw it in this video just because of where I'm at, and I think I can make a whole video about that, because throwing axes is fun. You know what? Hold up a second. There's a tree right there. It's not far enough away. Whoops. It didn't break. That's it. That's the FISKARS X15. 23.5 inch, 3 pound. Oh, $36. $36. I didn't even talk about that. Price? Can't beat this, okay? So, I was looking into Grand Force Brooks, Hulks Brooks, axes, and I think in one of my Homeless for the Holidays videos, I said I really needed an axe. And I was looking at, I liked Grand Force Brooks a lot. And then I found Hulks Brooks because they're cheaper and they're still similar, Swedish steel, all that good stuff. This is American made, okay? Hulks Brook, $140. Grand Force Brooks, $300. That's for a small forest axe, okay? Small forest axe is probably about 8, I think they're between 14 and 18 inches long. Somebody let me know in the comments how big a Grand Force Brooks small forest axe is, because that's what I wanted to get. This thing's probably got, I think that if they're 18 inches, then this thing's got 5.5 inches on it, and probably a little heavier. I don't know how much they weigh, but let me know in the comments if you have a high-end axe. Grand Force Brooks axes are $300, okay? Hulks Brook are $140. This was under $40. So, budget axe, gardening, camping, backpacking, hiking. Check this out, guys. You know, don't go spend $300 on an axe before you check this little guy out, because this was recommended by a subscriber. I wish I had your name in front of me right now so I could say thank you to you, because you showed me it's in the comments in one of the videos where I talk about the axe, and they said don't get that axe, get a FISKARS, 40 bucks, gravy. We did it. So since I was delimbing this dead tree right here, and it's a bit bigger, I think I'm gonna leave you guys with me swinging away at this thing. Thank you so much for watching. I got big plans for this channel. I got big plans for other channels too. I got a lot of big plans, and it's time to start doing something with our lives, don't you think? So subscribe to the channel. Woo! Dang, that was scary. Subscribe to the channel, hit a thumbs up, drop me a comment, and check out the Patreon. Patreon.com/Jsurbanadventures. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna cut down this tree. Thing coming down. It's going. It's going for sure. Give you an idea how big this tree is. Going down there, which is like 15 feet away, all the way around to here. This is dead standing, ladies and gentlemen. It's dead standing. So before somebody cries to me about why you cutting down trees for no reason, there's not no reason. We're making a video, and it's a dead standing tree. So it's actually better for it to be cleared out than to sit here and take up space that live trees could be occupying. So now, I'm gonna go at it. I'm gonna give you a view of it dropping. Here we go. Alright, it's coming towards my leg when it drops, so I gotta reposition. Oh, it's going. Oh, it's going for sure. Whoops, that didn't work out as planned. Make sure the equipment's okay. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Let's not have this fall on my leg like it is. Whew. This tree decided to land right on my jacket and my camera and my backpack. It's alright though. It's alright, it'll come out. This is our catch today, ladies and gentlemen. 2 big old dead standings. Thanks for watching. This episode of Jsurbanadventures review sharp stuff. FISKARS X15 23-inch $36 chopping axe. I'm Josh. Peace.